Today we review the 5 love languages. Now, all 275 of my bitter ex-girlfriends would claim that I have never read a book on relationships, but they let me go. What could they possibly know? Welcome to Reader's Rehab. What's up, everybody? I'm Ty McLaurin, working comedian, mental health advocate, and I have had a lifelong addiction to reading. Please stick around to the end of this video as I'll be dropping a subtle teaser about which book we'll be reviewing next, and this is a big release as we're going to a different genre. The 5 love languages originally published in 1992. This book was written by Gary Chapman, who's an evangelical pastor, but he's worked more as a marriage counselor, I think. This book has received raging reviews and a ton of success. It's sold almost 20 million copies and been published in 50 different languages. It's spent literally hundreds of weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. The book is considered self-help and or Christian literature. So here we are. I'm going to let you guys know if the hype is real. The book was originally written for married couples, but now there's so many different editions. There's like the 5 love languages for men, for children, for teenagers, for people loving someone with Alzheimer's disease, the 5 apology languages. There's a lot of different editions of the book now. I believe the book could improve any relationship almost immediately, and that's not just the romantic relationship. I mean, that could be parent, child, brother, sister, cousin, teammate, coworker, no matter who you are. It just has a lot of practical and profound concepts that you've never thought about. It's really an interesting concept that all of us have different ways that we receive appreciation, affection, and love. And we give out those things in different ways. And it's weird that sometimes we give out appreciation, affection, and love to people who don't necessarily receive it in the ways that we give it. And you got to kind of change that. And that's what the book talks about. It's extremely interesting. The book has a study guide that goes along with it. And it also offers a simple test you can take, the 5 love languages test, where it can let you know what your love languages are, or you can have somebody like your significant other take that test as well. My or ick on the book is that it's very religious in the fact that there are biblical principles and there are biblical references stated throughout the book. And I'm not against that, but I always want to be as respectful as possible and welcoming to all viewers on my channel, no matter what faith or worldview you're a part of. So though it is a little bit religious and it has, biblical references, I believe you could read this book and simply ignore those, and the concepts are still general and specific enough that you can get stuff out of it without necessarily being evangelical Christian. I encourage you, no matter what faith or worldview, to get this book. Like I said, it can enhance any relationship. Sometimes the concepts seem a little bit oversimplified, and we all know that relationships are anything but simple, but they are solid. They're very practical. They've done some science and some studies on the concepts in the 5 love languages, and there's not really a concrete opinion that's coming back. It's kind of back and forth. So the science on its concepts are somewhat unclear, but there are literally millions of people that rave about how much this book has helped their relationships. I encourage everybody to pick up this book and chew the meat, take what you find useful, spit out the bones, that which you find not useful to you, and I believe it's going to be a great help. Overall, I rate this book about 9.25. I just thought it was that great and that helpful, and like I said, I had a couple icks about it. The key quote, it wasn't really a quote. I usually do a quote, but it was more of a concept that I got from this book that I put down. It was that if you don't know what makes someone happy, your relationship will struggle. And not what you think makes them happy, but what they state and demonstrate makes them happy. And this book kind of provides you with the wherewithal to figure out those things about your significant other or any relationship in your life, as well as yourself. The book is very light reading. It's very in layman's terms for the common man. The book took me about 2 weeks to read. It could take you a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. It could be something that you can underline and make notes and references in, but it was very light reading. On Amazon right now, you can find the 5 love languages for $10 or less. In bookstores, it's kind of hit and miss just because it's so old. And I'm sure that almost every library would have the 5 love languages. So the way it's been real to me is that I didn't realize that I give affection and appreciation in a certain way, and it's not always the way that people appreciated that. Like I had one ex-girlfriend where I was like, she didn't want me to say I love you 100 times. She simply just wanted me to vacuum. The relationship still didn't work out, but that helped for the time being. So that's how the book was real to me. And that's something I'm applying. The concepts are things that I'm applying to the relationships that I'm in now. And I'll probably do that forever. Try to keep refreshing with this book and looking at it every here and there. So it's been great. And I think the 5 love languages is definitely something that can change your relationships and feed your soul some. Now, the subtle hint about our next review is that we will, at this time, I don't know when you're watching this video, but in real time, I have not yet reviewed a fiction book, but I'll be switching to the fiction genre, and this is a current trendy book, and it's just about the curveballs that life throws at you, so that's gonna be very exciting. Please try to guess what that book is down in the comments, and if you have any books that you suggest that I review, please state those in the comments as well. If you've enjoyed this video today, please practice my love languages, which is for you to like and subscribe to my channel. And the cherry on top of my love language is for you to send one of my videos to someone else that you may think would enjoy them. If you would like to follow my comedy page, please get on Instagram and follow at Ty_McLaurin_jokes. And I want to say thank you so much for watching another video. Please take care of yourself, keep growing, keep reading. There's a beautiful life ahead, whether you can see it in this moment or not. We'll see you guys soon.